So the very last episode began with a cylindrical green robot, and this episode begins with a cylindrical green robot. Originality much? In an earlier episode, Eddy insulted Ed about reading Slugula magazine, and here he's reading it. How does the robot manage to make a hole through Eddy's stomach and not make a hole through his face? I mean, his face was clearly right in the robot's path. Ed's bed is up against his wall here, and now it's in the middle of his room. If you look closely, these seagulls just come out of thin air. Double D opens up this window to get fresh air, but just a frame ago, it was already opened.
Penelope! Edmund! Nestor!
And these two seagulls whose names we will never know. 2 sins out of respect for both seagulls. Also, Edward named one Edmund? That's gotta be confusing. What if he started calling him Ed for short? That seagull dodged a bullet by flying away.
Kids!
More specifically, kids that treat you and your 2 best friends like shit. Rolf takes a bite out of this wiener right off of this sharp as hell skewer. That could have and probably should have punctured the roof of his mouth. This episode should have came with a disclaimer. Speaking of pain, how uncomfortable does this look? I mean, you'd have like your crotch hanging off one side of the fence and your leg is off the other. What's wrong with these kids?
True records are set by professionals, like Ed, and Eddy.
I suppress my pain of laughter.
Well, you can suck on that suppressed laughter because the Eds broke the record for longest running Cartoon Network original series. Who's laughing now?
Give it to me, Johnny.
Having the kid that thinks a fucking piece of wood is real to measure for you.
It must be at least 32 feet in length. 32 feet!
Double D's like Rain Man. A could just use him the way Tom Cruise did in that movie and they'll never have to make another amusement park or cardboard city ever again.
This one's for you, Nestor!
What? Do Penelope, Edmund, and the 2 anonymous birds not get one? No wonder they left you, Ed. Double D has his arms wrapped around Ed's neck, and in the next frame, they're clutching the back of the bike. By surviving this colossal fall, the Eds just stared death in the face, and these kids are laughing at them like it was nothing. If you ask me, these kids are just jealous. Double D grew a 4th hair. If Double D can grow hair at will, why doesn't he just grow a lot to cover up whatever he's hiding?
Chin-ups are an easy record, Jimmy.
What the f*** do you mean by easy record? I mean, setting a record hardly takes any skill. I could do 1 push-up and that's my record. Sure, it's shitty, but it would still be my record. Also, this is not how you do a chin-up. Nobody should look this happy about getting their butt touched.
And I got this Chinese food in Chinaland.
By Chinaland, do you mean the restaurant in Oxnard, California, or just regular China? If the latter, why can't you just say China? Kevin gets hit by these noodles like it's a box full of bricks. Eddy gets hit by these noodles like it's nothing. Maybe Eddy doesn't know his own strength.
Follow the yellow brick road.
We don't get to see this yellow brick road? Why not?
Ladies first.
Kevin's voiced by a lady, so that comment seems kinda redundant. I don't want to sound like a pervert, but I'm totally gonna sound like a pervert. This looks like an orgy.
Look, a man wearing a dress.
It's not a dress, it's a kilt.
Yes, look, a fine mate for Victor.
How can you tell that this is a female goat? Actually, the lack of an udder makes me highly doubt that. Jimmy says Jiminy. Kevin, I'm begging you, can you please just leave Jimmy in here? Please? 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 Well, f*** you then.
There goes Egypt! Africa!
Egypt is technically part of Africa, so that makes no sense. Wait, now they're back in Mexico? Earlier, we saw the Mexican backdrop had a taco stand, but here it just says Acos. What the f*** are Acos? The man-eating turtle from earlier is gone.
I think I swallowed a turtle.
Impossible, Ed. Did you not hear what I just said? It's gone.
What country are we in?
We're home, Eddy.
That's not a country.
And we've broken everything but a record.
No, I'm pretty sure you broke a record for longest fall without dying. That's quite an accomplishment. And of course, the record I mentioned earlier that the Eds broke. I mean, this is an amazing show. Did the writers not think it was a possibility that they could break that record?
Why would I not count my chickens?